Oh, Uncle Tom's here, reminding everyone to use their brakes. Here we go, no practice. Let's see what we can do. Okay. 48.4 is not bad for having 2 hot laps so far. Alright, welcome to Fuji Speedway, where we're in the Mazda 3 Group 4 car. The lights are green and they're off. Let's find out what happens in this 10-lap sprint race, and let's find out who's the lucky winner of the T1 lottery. The car that jumped out to the left there in the red and blue NASCAR livery, that is Mad Mac. He is the winner of the T1 lottery, as he started in 8th place and is now all the way up in 4th in front of me. I was a little upset about the nudge and thinking that he was a bad driver, but I didn't realize all of the chaos that happened behind that caused that until I watched the replay. So let's go on board with Old Racer 420 here and see what happened at the start from his perspective. He actually gets a really good launch, and he's going to split right in between Uncle Tom and Rookie to take 2 positions before the first turn even. But then all of the chaos happens. There's a car kind of turned that way. Everybody gets rammed. He gets cocked sideways, and he's the only one stuck on the grass as everyone else pulls away. And it is 5 wide ahead with lots of smoke and lots of touching and bumping going into T3. And Old Racer 420 says, I want in on that action. So he just rams the hell out of whoever he can, because everyone is driving like clowns back here. I had no idea this was going on, because after the first turn incident, I drove away in what I thought was a pretty clean race. And I'm still in P5, just having a good old time. Let's find out what happens with the rest of my race. You can see behind me there in P6 is a 4-second penalty. I assume he was probably the start of the T1 madness, but he could have rammed me off right there if he was a dirty driver. I don't think he is. I think he just got kind of unlucky with the turn 1 shenanigans. But as we come through the back section of Fuji here, the complex corners, you can see that if I set everything up just right, we will actually get a little undertake here on Mad Mac into the final turn and retake 4th position, but only for a moment, because we are going to have a drag race down the entire front straight. Neither one of us wanting to back down. Let's see who will be the lucky one on the brakes at the end of the straight and who will go flying off the track. We actually both brake pretty good into the turn. He leaves me the room on the inside, and actually he ends up a little bit wide, but I left him enough room on the exit as well. I finally got the overtake done. We'll check it out from first person, because there is a little bit of a lag spike there, but I just wanted to show that that was not contact, that was just lag. Let's skip ahead now to the end of lap 3, where I'm still in P4, but right behind third, who is about to serve a penalty. However, there is still some smoke up ahead on 1 and 2. Let's see what's going on with that race. On board with P1 here, we can see P2 coming up alongside. I'm not sure if he's trying to pit him or what's going on there, but as I make the pass and move up into 3rd place, I will soon catch up with these guys and find out who is the dirty driver. Heading into the final turn on lap 4, managed to get a really good exit here, and I can pull alongside Killer Miller and go for the pass, but he turns on his blinker and swerves over behind me.
Is a pit required? Ah, shit.
As it turns out, a pit is required, but I did not take the time to find that out before jumping right into the race with very little practice. That's going to bite me in the butt later. But for now, let's have a look at what happens at the end of lap 5 when I go for the pass on P1. Dirty block. What a shame. Give him the flash to let him know I'm not okay with that. I try again for a pass attempt at the end of the straight. A little wiggle to the right and then back to the left, so I move to the inside. He blocks again. Now at this point, I have forgotten all about the requirement to pit. I have got the red mist for this guy. My sole purpose at this point is to get past him in as clean a manner as possible and pull so far away to show him how to properly race and why he does not deserve to be in the upper splits of GT2. Let's skip from lap 6 to lap 10 here, as nothing changed except for the distance between me and P2. He's even got a penalty to finish the race off. But wait a second, I forgot to pit.
I'm gonna get a minute penalty. Ah, shit. But so are both of these guys. Congrats, Killer Miller, you won! Hey, I got the fastest lap. One pit required. I should have looked at that, but I didn't have enough time. I just did it.
Getting the fastest lap in the previous race just let me know that I had the pace to get a good result. Just needed to put in some consistent laps and have a decent qualifying position.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, that guy was on a run.
Alright, attempt number 2. Let's see what we can make happen this time. Started in P4, made my way up to second for a little bit, but Samurai barges his way through from P6. However, it was a fairly clean turn 1 overall, and now it looks like we've got a good race ahead of us. Let's find out exactly what happens. After witnessing a somewhat heinous pass by Samurai again, I knew that he was not going to be the faster driver of this top three. So I decided to take my opportunity to pit at the end of lap 2 and get the undercut, get some fresh air, and hopefully I would be able to come out ahead of Samurai and have a good battle for first. Three laps later, and Samurai has gone into the pit. This is the moment where I find out whether or not my strategy pays off, whether or not my undercut has given me the time advantage to pull out ahead. As I approach turn 1, I see Samurai exiting the pit lane. His cold tires and shallow entry, I delay my turn in just enough to let him slip past and give him the old switcheroo, getting the overtake done, and focusing now on whether or not this clean air will give me the advantage over Melvin in the final laps of the race. At the start of lap 8, Melvin is in the pit. Let's see where he's going to come out relative to me. He has come out quite far back, and that should put me provisionally in first place at the end of the race.
Alright, these guys are either going to pit at the end of this lap or succumb to the minute penalty, in which case I will win. Oh, they are both going in. It's 89 points. Let's go for more. But I'd be happy with the second place finish. That's more points than I've seen all night. Of course, I'd like to end the night with a win, but yeah, we'll take a P2 if it comes to it. victory with the fastest lap.